I have a great opportunity to share with you some of my thoughts about a very interesting product, and actually a product that is being promoted and supported by one of my favorite athletes, certainly given New York a great lift and great respect, and that's Carmelo Anthony. Well, the product we're going to be talking about is Isotonix Champion Blend Plus. And so many of you might think, for example, that, well, I have to be an athlete in order to be utilizing this product. The reality is that all of you are athletes. Life is an athletic event. And if you don't think that life is an athletic event, you're not living, okay? There's a lot of struggles, a lot of energy that's required, a lot of performance. And life really is a competition, and you want to win the competition. And the only way you're going to win the competition is by being healthy. And here's one area where performance enhancement is actually a good thing. As you know, we're hearing a lot of bad things about performance-enhancing drugs, but what I'm talking about, and I try to achieve in all of my patients, is to raise their level of performance by helping them achieve a higher level of health. So with that in mind, don't think of this product just for the athlete, for the high performance. Think of it for each and every one of you who wants to be able to move from one place to another place more effectively, okay? But you know, when you create products, you need to actually have a science behind the product. You have to have a basis, a rationale for why a product is performed. And this product is actually designed for what you can read about right in front of you, which is performance, defense, and energy. And the bottom line is, if you are fatigued at this time of the day, all right, you have shortened your opportunities to compete. And some competitions are at 8 o'clock at night, sometimes at 10 o'clock at night, all right? You can't poop out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you do, then I guess, you know, we'll find out which team has more energy tomorrow night. The game starts at 6:30, right? It's about performance and performing when you are asked to perform. And the same thing with a product. A product has a time period in which it's going to perform. You have a unique isotonic blend which contains pycnogenol. Why is that important? That's important because that product, when you ingest it, is absorbed rapidly and then can be absorbed into your body and then be utilized. If you had a product that took 2 hours to be absorbed and you have an athletic performance or you're fatigued and you need to do something in a half hour, guess what? You have a mismatch. You have a great product and a great delivery system that facilitates your being able to use it when you want to use it. And why is that the case? Because we already understand the science of muscles and metabolism. And this has grown over the last 20 or 30 years. Well, there are several amino acids. Those are the building blocks of proteins, okay, that are essential for muscle growth because muscles contain these amino acids. Well, guess what they put into your product? They put a rich amount of what they call branch-chain amino acids, valine, leucine, and isoleucine. So if I give it to you, it's only logical that if your muscles are hungry for these amino acids, that you will be able to deliver these amino acids and help, you know, the growth and recovery in muscles. Now, it's important to appreciate that there are obviously highly conditioned athletes who are trained on a regular basis, and there are people who just will train on the weekends. I mean, everybody needs a performance-enhancing nutrient, and that's what this is. It's almost a functional food, and that's really where the whole field is going. I mean, food in general should really be, you know, a nutrient. Unfortunately, you know, we eat a lot of foods that are not nutrients, they're actually drugs. But, you know, where we're moving is to create more and more foods that have functionality, and when you can't, you at least use a supplement, a nutraceutical, that is focused on performance, okay? Now, this product, as I said to you, has the branch-chain amino acids, which are specific for muscles. It has pycnogenol, which I will describe in a few minutes, its wonderful properties. It has minerals. It has electrolytes. As you know, muscles and activity requires magnesium and potassium. And it's got a full set of vitamins. So people are saying, well, do I need to take even more vitamins? Well, you have a pretty rich product here that contains vitamins. So you've got a terrific blend, to tell you the truth. Now, there's another point that you have to appreciate. Whatever you do, like in an athletic event, there's always a little bit of collateral damage. What do I mean by that? Well, are you a bit sore after you've worked out? Okay? That is, you have actually, as a result of something good, which is athletic activity, the body actually has a little bit of inflammation. That's why you have pain and soreness. You'd like to modify that. You'd like to reduce that. Well, this product, especially because it contains the amino acids that I talked about, and the pycnogenol, and the multivitamins, and the electrolytes, accelerates the recovery from exercise. And it's recovery that becomes a limiting factor as we get a little older. When you're 18 or 17 and you exercise vigorously, the next day you're recovered. As you age, that recovery period takes longer and longer. And it explains the problem with some of the aging professional athletes, like pitchers, who need to pitch every 3 or 4 days, and is the reason that they're struggling to find, unfortunately, some illegal substances to enhance their performance. But all of us really need performance enhancing because we need to facilitate recovery. This is a wonderful product for the initial phase, which is endurance and energy and defense, and it's a wonderful product for recovery. And it's all based really on the science of muscle physiology and the science of blood flow. Ultimately, it's about circulation. It always is. You've got to be able to deliver nutrients, oxygen, and you need to be able to remove what we call free radicals from the tissues that are involved with inflammation. And that's where the magic blend comes in, and that's where the Pycnogenol comes in. Pycnogenol comes from the French maritime bark. It's a special kind of what we call a flavonoid from a scientific point of view. There are hundreds of papers on its basic science and what it really does. And one of the things it absolutely promotes is a healthy circulatory system. So if you have a product that promotes circulation, promotes recovery, feeds the muscles, helps with endurance, it seems to me like it's a perfect product to start your day, even if you weren't necessarily planning on doing some athletic event. It's tailored for athletes, but it can be used by all of us because life, as I said, is an athletic event. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate, once again, this opportunity.